Hello to all of you again. This is Pabel A Saunders coming to you really briefly this morning because I'm on my way out. This is part 3 of a 3-part video going into more of the visual of, what's the process that many people take in order to, in their lives and what brings their outcome according to struggling and so forth and being stuck into the rat race. All right, now let's get right into it. I gotta be brief. All right, definitely I want you to grab a pen and a paper. Let's get right into it. All right. Now let's go right back into the box again. And what I want to do is start to talk more on the persons that come and fall into the what you call middle class part of it, and explain why I said to you before that not because a person owns a lot of liabilities, not because a person makes a lot of money, mean that they're out of the rat race. This is not the case, and I'm going to explain that right now for you. All right, what happens is just draw a box. All right, draw a line across, income at the top, expenses at the bottom. All right, now I want you to draw another box again, line go down. On one side I want you to put assets, and the other side I want you to put liabilities. And don't forget the circle on the side, which on top is you. Okay, here's what the middle class does. All right, they went off to school, they got a great education, they came back home and they got a job, a good paying job, well paying job. So here's, draw a line from them to the income box. They still have one income many times. All right, and from the income box I want you to draw down into the liabilities box, because this is what they do. They invest in a whole lot of liabilities, bigger house, more expensive cars, more expensive luxuries. All right, which creates a lot of debt. All right, so from that liabilities you're going to go into the expenses box, which usually consumes a lot of their money. All right, so now you're in the expenses box and it all still blows out the other side. Continuing that cycle over and over again is what keeps the fact that they're still in the rat race. They don't have any other means of income. All right, they still have to continuously work just like everybody else consistently to maintain those debts that they've created for themselves. All right, so let's go briefly on what you can do and what should be the process. All right, here is it. Your one income, okay, is gonna come in, and I'm gonna show you a way that you're gonna find ways of building the money, because the first thing you're gonna say, how can I invest into assets if I don't have any money? All right, so here's what is gonna happen. You to the income box, and usually from the income box you need to focus on getting it into the asset box, and then from the assets box it's gonna go back to the income box. All right, again, and it's going to cycle between both and then down into the expenses. So now you have two other streams of income that is helping to overcome those expenses. This is the goal, guys. This is how you're going to get out of the rat race. This is how you're going to maintain that residual income or your portfolio income. And I'm going to be talking more on that in my other videos to come. The 3 types of income: regular income, portfolio income, and your residual or passive residual income. All right, so definitely stay tuned. I want you guys to stay tuned. I'm gonna continuously be sharing in these videos, basing down the lines of how you're gonna be able to adjust yourself, how you're gonna pull yourself out. And definitely send me a friend request on Facebook, because I'm gonna share persons all the time, books, material, things that they can read, that they can study, and they can get the information direct. All right, so that they can start to focus on what is necessary to change the position that you're in financially, and pull yourself out of the position of struggling, pull yourself out of the position of being stuck in the rat race, and start to make the differences that is necessary for you to become to the point of where you're financially free. All right, and like I said before, that's a goal like no other. I thank you all again, and if you found value from this, I'd like you to like, share, and comment below. This is Pabel A Saunders coming to you from the beautiful islands of the Bahamas. Everybody have a blessed day.